They are among the biggest explosions of radio energy in the entire universe and one of the brightest stars about to light up our sky in a cosmic spectacle. A concerning new discovery points to Betelgeuse, a colossal red supergiant edging toward a cataclysmic supernova as early as 2025. Astronomers are racing to understand the star's bizarre dimming and constant changes, sparking fears of a very, very imminent cosmic upheaval. Could this dazzling event alter life on Earth? Strap in for the jaw-dropping revelations surrounding Betelgeuse's ticking countdown. Betelgeuse is no ordinary star. You can spot it in the Orion constellation, shining with a deep red glow that sets it apart from many other stars. Surprisingly, it wasn't always red. Scientists believe that about 2 million years ago, Betelgeuse looked more yellowish, much like our Sun. Over thousands of years, it slowly shifted toward an orange-red color and is now known as a classic red supergiant. This colorful history is one of the biggest clues that it is at an advanced stage in its life. Stars age in different ways depending on how heavy they are. Larger stars, like Betelgeuse, burn through their fuel more quickly than smaller stars. Since Betelgeuse is at least 12 times heavier than our Sun, it lives life in a kind of fast lane. It has already grown huge, about 500 times bigger than our Sun, and has begun to cool at its surface, giving it that signature red color that signals its old age. By the time stars turn red, they have used up most of the hydrogen in their cores, turning it into helium through nuclear fusion. Over time, Betelgeuse's outer layers have expanded and grown unstable. It pulsates and changes brightness, sometimes glowing brightly, then dimming again. This wobbling effect is another sign that it's in its final phases. Around 2019, astronomers noticed that Betelgeuse dimmed more than ever before, raising alarms that it might be nearing a dramatic end. The star's advanced age suggests it could explode soon in a supernova event. Those soon in cosmic years could mean decades, centuries, or even 1,000 years. Well-known physicists and others are concerned that Betelgeuse may be closer to its breaking point than once thought. One reason is that its surface sometimes blasts huge amounts of gas and dust into space, an indication of intense internal changes. If Betelgeuse does blow up, it will release an enormous amount of light and radiation. The explosion will brighten the night sky to the point where it could be seen during the day. Luckily, most astronomers believe we're far enough away, about 600 light-years, to avoid the worst effects. Even so, Betelgeuse's advanced age keeps scientists watching closely. Every new discovery, from powerful telescopes like the James Webb, adds another piece to this star's mysterious puzzle. So as we gaze at that red glow in Orion, we're witnessing a giant star in its twilight, perched on the edge of an unforgettable cosmic finale. Betelgeuse stands out in the sky not just because it's huge, up to 500 times the Sun's diameter, but because it also carries enormous weight. Scientists estimate its mass to be at least 12 times that of our Sun, making it a true heavyweight among stars. When it comes to stellar life cycles, mass has a direct impact on how fast a star ages. Simply put, the bigger the star, the quicker it burns through its available fuel. This is why astronomers classify Betelgeuse as a rapidly aging red supergiant. In stars, energy is produced through nuclear fusion. For most of a star's life, hydrogen atoms in the core fuse to form helium, releasing intense heat and light. However, a star as massive as Betelgeuse consumes hydrogen at a much faster rate. In lesser mass stars, like our Sun, the hydrogen can last for billions of years. But for Betelgeuse, which is roughly 12 to 19 solar masses, this fuel is used up much more swiftly, pushing it into its advanced years sooner on the cosmic timeline. A prime example of Betelgeuse's rapid aging is its evolutionary shift in color. Originally more yellowish, it has gradually cooled and expanded, turning into the red supergiant we see today. This expansion is a hallmark among stars that have exhausted a large portion of their hydrogen supply. The outer layers swirl outward, making the star appear bloated. At the same time, its surface temperature drops due to the spread-out surface area, resulting in a cooler, redder glow. With greater mass also comes greater instability. Betelgeuse often fluctuates in brightness because it pulsates, expanding and contracting as its core gradually runs out of stable fuel. These pulsations hasten its unstable phase, nudging it even closer to the final stages of a high-mass star's life. Emissions of gas and dust from its surface, observed in recent years, may also signal dramatic changes that occur as Betelgeuse prepares for its eventual fate, a Type II supernova. While rapid aging in astronomy can still span hundreds or thousands of years, Betelgeuse's colossal mass has placed it on the fast track. Scientists emphasize the possibility that the star's end might come sooner than expected. Its massive energy output, coupled with sudden dimming events, suggests that Betelgeuse may be closer to exploding than we once believed, a direct outcome of being quite literally too big for its own good. The years 2019 to 2021 brought a lot of mystery and excitement to astronomers studying Betelgeuse. This giant red star is already known for changing brightness due to its pulsating surface, but beginning in late 2019, it started dimming in a way scientists had never seen before. By February 2021, its brightness hit the lowest level ever recorded. This extreme drop took the world of astronomy was taken by surprise, launching many theories about what might be happening inside this aging star. Betelgeuse is no stranger to shifts in brightness. Normally, it brightens and darkens over weeks or months due to the star expanding and contracting. Still, scientists noticed that from 2019 onward, something more dramatic was at play. During that time, it looked much fainter in the night sky, raising questions about whether it could be on the verge of going supernova, an event where a massive star explodes in a burst of incredible light and energy. One possible explanation for the unusual dimming was a massive cloud of dust thrown off by Betelgeuse itself. Stars like this can sometimes eject parts of their outer layers into space. If that dust or gas crosses our line of sight, it can block the star's light, causing it to look dimmer from Earth. Others think surface changes, like larger dark spots or a sudden drop in temperature, could have weakened its overall brightness in those months. The timing couldn't be more interesting. Around when astronomers saw these record lows in brightness, they also learned that Betelgeuse had expelled some of its surface into space. Combined with the star's ongoing pulsations and well-known age, these events set off alarms in the scientific community. Renowned experts expressed concern that Betelgeuse could explode sooner than expected. While sooner, in cosmic terms, might still mean years or decades, the 2019 to 2021 dimming fueled theories that its final days might be closer than once believed. By mid-2021, Betelgeuse started recovering some of its lost brightness, reducing fears of an upcoming supernova. Yet the episode taught astronomers vital lessons about the star's behavior. It reminded everyone that while Betelgeuse is well studied, it can still deliver surprises. Thanks to the attention the dimming drew, more telescopes are now fixed on Betelgeuse, watching for any more hints of trouble. This unusual dimming may not have marked the star's grand finale, but it has certainly underscored how unpredictable and fascinating this red giant can be. A Type 2 supernova is one of the universe's most dramatic events. It happens when a massive star like Betelgeuse uses up the fuel in its core and can no longer keep itself stable. Gravity suddenly pulls the star's core inward, causing it to collapse. This violent collapse then rebounds in a powerful shock wave, sending the star's outer layers hurtling into space at tremendous speeds. The result is a bright, powerful explosion that can, for a short time, outshine every other star in its home galaxy. For Betelgeuse, which is roughly 12 to 19 times heavier than our Sun, a Type 2 supernova is the natural end of its life cycle. High-mass stars are known for living fast and dying young, burning through their hydrogen fuel much more quickly than lower-mass stars. As Betelgeuse nears this final phase, scientists observe signs such as dimming, surface spots, and mass ejections that hint at looming instability deep within its core. When a Type 2 supernova finally occurs, the amount of energy released is immense. Light, heat, and radiation stream out into space, often becoming bright enough to be seen in daylight from Earth if the star is close enough. In Betelgeuse's case, most scientists believe we are far enough away, about 600 light-years, to avoid any direct harm. However, some remain concerned that we don't fully understand all possible scenarios. The idea that Betelgeuse's explosion could cause real trouble on Earth is still open for debate. Supernovae also play a key role in creating new elements. When the shockwave blasts through the star during a Type 2 supernova, it forges heavier elements such as iron, nickel, and gold, sending them out into space. This stardust can later become part of new stars, planets, and even life forms. In fact, much of the iron in your blood and the gold in your jewelry likely began inside exploding stars like Betelgeuse. Despite the excitement surrounding a potential Betelgeuse supernova, no one knows exactly when it will happen. Soon, in cosmic terms, might be a few years or a few thousand years. But each sign of change, such as its unprecedented dimming between 2019 and 2021, captures scientists' attention. If Betelgeuse does explode in our lifetimes, it would be a rare chance to witness a Type 2 supernova up close in cosmic terms, offering thrilling opportunities to study one of nature's most spectacular phenomena. Potentially, a Betelgeuse supernova could shower Earth with intense radiation, shock waves, and other cosmic effects, though many astronomers believe that its distance, about 600 light-years, places us safely out of harm's reach. Recent observations and new discoveries have raised questions, with some scientists worrying that there may be unknown factors or extreme properties Betelgeuse possesses that could bring surprising consequences if it explodes sooner than expected. One major concern revolves around radiation. Supernovae often release powerful bursts of gamma rays. Our Sun's radiation already has visible effects on our climate and environment, contributing to global warming. A supernova's radiation could be thousands of times stronger than our Sun's. If it reached Earth in significant amounts, this blast could damage our ozone layer, which shields us from harmful ultraviolet rays. Losing that protective layer would drastically increase the planet's exposure to dangerous radiation, leading to mutations, sickness, and mass extinctions. Another feared outcome involves the shock wave produced by the explosion. Within the star's host region, such a shock wave can wipe out everything in its path. Although Betelgeuse is far away, there remains a slim possibility that powerful energy and particles might eventually travel our way under extreme conditions. In the worst-case scenario, Earth would be pelted by high-energy cosmic debris, wreaking havoc on the atmosphere and potentially causing environmental disasters and widespread destruction. Even if Earth avoided the supernova's harsher effects, the aftermath could still be dramatic. Astronomers predict that should Betelgeuse explode, the resulting light display would be visible even during daylight. At night, the supernova could outshine the moon for weeks, perhaps even months, before finally dimming. While this near-second sun could be a thrilling sight, the radiation risks, though widely deemed minimal at our distance, cannot be fully dismissed until more is known. Finally, if Betelgeuse's supernova somehow triggered instabilities in other nearby stars, like Capella, which sits only 43 light-years away, it might spark a chain of potentially devastating events. This scenario remains speculative, but it captures the spirit of caution urged by some scientists who argue that the universe still holds many secrets. In the end, possible impacts on Earth from a Betelgeuse supernova range from a harmless sky show to a catastrophic radiation event. Though mainstream science leans toward optimism, the 2019 to 2021 dimming and sudden mass ejections prompt us to keep watching. After all, cosmic surprises are part of what makes space so intriguing and so unpredictable. A well-known theoretical physicist has raised a loud warning about Betelgeuse possibly going supernova much sooner than anyone expected. For decades, scientists have watched Betelgeuse's odd changes in brightness with fascination. However, when dimming reached record levels between 2019 and 2021, experts began sharing their worries that these strange fluctuations might mean the star is knocking at death's door. Betelgeuse is what astronomers call a red supergiant, much bigger and heavier than our Sun and already at an advanced stage of life. Heavy stars like Betelgeuse do not last as long as smaller ones because they burn through their nuclear fuel at a rapid pace. But Betelgeuse's sudden deep dimming phase, combined with massive outflows of gas and dust, hinted that it could be approaching the point of no return. If it explodes in a Type II supernova, the event could briefly become one of the brightest sights in Earth's sky, visible even during daytime. The concerns are not just about the star's demise, but also the potential cosmic effects on Earth. While most astronomers maintain that at a distance of roughly 600 light-years, Betelgeuse is too far away to directly harm us, attention has been drawn to the many unknowns. Recent breakthroughs, such as the James Webb Telescope's discovery of massive hidden galaxies, demonstrate how new data regularly overturns old assumptions. Could there be factors at play we simply don't understand yet? One unsettling idea being pondered is whether Betelgeuse's supernova might send streams of radiation or energized particles toward Earth in ways our current models haven't considered. Another scenario involves a shock wave possibly reaching other closer stars and triggering a cascade of events that could be more dangerous. Although these outcomes sound outlandish, the accelerating pace of discoveries in astrophysics reminds us that cosmic surprises are not uncommon. Above all, the warning urges humanity to keep a closer eye on Betelgeuse. The star's dimming saga captured international headlines for a reason. It was different from the usual pulsations we've grown accustomed to. With Betelgeuse being so enormous and so near, its inevitable collapse means any new change could be a clue that the countdown to a supernova is speeding up. Whether it happens next year, in a decade, or 1,000 years from now, the alarm urges us to stay alert for the day this cosmic giant finally meets its fiery end. Betelgeuse has always been known to be nearing the end of its life, but recent developments suggest that time may be running out faster than once believed. Among the most talked about ideas is the possibility that Betelgeuse could explode by 2025, or at least sooner than expected. The star's record-breaking dimming between 2019 and 2021 drew worldwide attention, hinting that it might be on the verge of a spectacular supernova, one that could outshine the moon and become visible even during daytime. For years, many experts assumed Betelgeuse still had centuries, if not 1,000 years, before it swept itself off the cosmic stage. Yet the sudden, intense dimming phase, coupled with a massive surface blow-off in 2019, when the star ejected a huge quantity of gas and dust, has caused some to think that its collapse could come any day now, or at least within our current generation. The warnings have added energy to these discussions. If Betelgeuse is truly at death's door, its final act might arrive much sooner than safe traditional estimates. The James Webb Space Telescope has also provided clues that our assumptions may need updating. This instrument has surprised scientists by finding massive galaxies and all sorts of unexpected structures across the universe. These discoveries serve as a reminder that cosmic events can defy textbook predictions. If Betelgeuse carries hidden traits, like stronger magnetic fields or unknown processes inside its core, humanity might be caught off guard by an earlier detonation. Of course, soon, in astronomy, does not always mean in our lifetimes. However, the possibility of a 2025 supernova, or some other date we might live to see, inspires fascinated debate. Depending on the exact moment of its explosion, Betelgeuse might become an unforgettable sight in Earth's skies for weeks or even months. It could briefly rival the daytime sun, turning nights nearly as bright as a full moon and sparking endless scientific research. Still, many astronomers insist we are safe from any harmful radiation, given Betelgeuse's distance of around 600 light-years. Yet, as we continue to learn how much we don't understand about stars, the notion of Betelgeuse going supernova sooner than expected remains an exciting and slightly unsettling prospect. Whether 2025 will mark the end, or the star will hold on for another 1,000 years, scientists worldwide will be watching intently to see if Betelgeuse decides to put on the show of a lifetime. In 2019, Betelgeuse startled astronomers when it unleashed a massive cloud of gas and dust into space, an event so powerful that some called it the star blowing its top. For years, Betelgeuse was known to expand and contract, causing it to flicker in brightness, but this time, something entirely different happened. Instead of its usual pulsations, the star ejected a huge chunk of itself, creating a dramatic veil of dust that obscured its light from our view on Earth. Scientists noticed that after this eruption, Betelgeuse's brightness began to take a nosedive, leading to the record low levels observed in early 2021. While it's normal for red supergiants to lose material over time, the scale of this 2019 ejection was extraordinary, sparking theories that Betelgeuse might be closer to a supernova explosion than previously believed. Experts weighed in with concerns about what such a major outburst might mean for the star's stability and timeline. This mass ejection served as a cosmic puzzle piece, revealing more about Betelgeuse's internal workings. Stars like Betelgeuse burn through their fuel at a rapid clip due to their immense size. The ejection suggested that the star's outer layers were becoming increasingly unstable, a possible sign that its core was undergoing dramatic changes. While the exact implications remain uncertain, the event reinforced the idea that Betelgeuse is entering the final, volatile stages of its life. Astronomers continue to monitor the star closely, knowing that any further unusual activity could provide critical clues about its fate. Whether Betelgeuse's next major event is another ejection, a full supernova, or something entirely unexpected, one thing is certain: this aging giant still has surprises in store, and the world will be watching when they unfold. Red supergiants like Betelgeuse have relatively short lifespans compared to smaller, less massive stars. Dying stars often unleash massive clouds of plasma in their final stages, but the 2019 expulsion stood out for both its intensity and timing. The swirling gas and dust formed a kind of temporary shield, blocking some of Betelgeuse's light and causing it to dim noticeably to observers on Earth. For skywatchers, the 2019 event was an exciting yet concerning development. Many wondered if the star's final collapse had begun, while others argued that Betelgeuse might still have centuries left. But there is little doubt that the star experienced a deep internal shake-up that year. Astronomers have since used various telescopes, including the James Webb Space Telescope, to probe the debris cloud left behind, hoping to solve the puzzle of how and why Betelgeuse ejected so much mass at once. Meanwhile, Betelgeuse has recovered some of its lost brightness, suggesting that it may not be on the brink of explosion at this very moment. Still, the 2019 outburst remains a stark reminder of the star's unpredictable nature and the possibility that we could witness one of the most spectacular events in the night sky, a Betelgeuse supernova, sooner than expected. The James Webb Space Telescope, JWST, is reshaping our view of the universe in big ways. One of its most surprising findings was the detection of 6 massive galaxies that rival the Milky Way in size. Before JWST, most scientists assumed it was unlikely for such large galaxies to have formed so early in cosmic history. But here they are, challenging everything we thought we knew about how galaxies grow. This discovery alone shows that our universe still hides plenty of secrets waiting to be uncovered by cutting-edge telescopes like JWST. Another major focus for JWST and astronomers is Betelgeuse, the huge red star in the Orion constellation. Betelgeuse has been acting unusually in recent years, especially with its record-breaking dimming events between 2019 and 2021. While telescopes on Earth have kept a close eye on this cosmic giant, JWST can observe it in wavelengths we've never clearly seen before. That means scientists can learn far more about the clouds of gas and dust Betelgeuse expelled, or even catch hints about its future explosion. These new cosmic discoveries highlight how JWST can view the universe with unprecedented precision. From spotting dusty pockets around dying stars to identifying hidden galaxies born shortly after the Big Bang, JWST is taking astrophysics to the next level. For instance, Betelgeuse was once thought so distant, about 600 light-years away, that any risk to Earth from a potential supernova was less of a concern. But the existence of unexpected superpowers, as some scientists call them, hints that Betelgeuse may behave in ways we still don't fully grasp. Perhaps the biggest lesson from JWST is that our universe is more dynamic than we believed. The telescope's remarkable images have already shown details of newborn stars, spinning galaxies, and swirling clouds of cosmic dust in places we barely knew existed. Each fresh image rewrites a bit of astronomy history, offering glimpses of hidden structures in deep space or revealing surprising features in well-known stars like Betelgeuse. As JWST continues its mission, we can expect even more discoveries that will challenge our understanding, whether it's unveiling more strange galaxies that shouldn't rightly exist or catching the signals of Betelgeuse's final countdown. JWST stands at the forefront of this new era in space exploration, and for anyone eager to see how these cosmic dramas unfold, the James Webb Space Telescope promises to deliver a front-row seat to the greatest show off Earth. Betelgeuse, the famous red giant in Orion, could one day offer the most breathtaking show our night sky has ever seen. If it explodes as a Type II supernova, experts predict it might shine so brightly that even daylight cannot hide it. Imagine spotting a second glowing star and seeing the sky lit up brighter than the moon at night. These incredible possibilities have scientists and stargazers buzzing with both excitement and curiosity. When Betelgeuse finally collapses, it will release massive amounts of light and energy, creating a cosmic event unlike anything witnessed in modern times. For years, its size and brightness have already caught our attention, but its recent dimming has carried new hints that something dramatic could happen sooner rather than later. Experts have warned that Betelgeuse's extraordinary outbursts of gas and dust, like the one observed in 2019, might be advanced signs of what lies ahead. A supernova of this scale would transform Betelgeuse into a dazzling beacon, visible across Earth's skies. Some studies suggest that the blast could rival the moon's brightness for weeks